Okay, hey everybody, welcome. I hope the thing works on Facebook. I got the first dose of the vaccine recently, and I can tell you, thank you, I can tell you the side effects have been profound. A small amount of tenderness in my arm and 10,000 pounds of pessimistic dread off my shoulders. Let's start the show.
In a cabin, going crazy, 'cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. Please be quiet, except for laughing. Come on, we've been a Zoom meeting civilization for 9 months. You know the drill. Just be polite, okay? We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle, and let's make our strange quarantined world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
Hey everyone, it's time for the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassel and Steve Goody. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest,
Ernst!
live from their respective quarantined homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassel.
Hey, hello everybody. Welcome. Hi, Facebook. I hope you're there. I'm Brad Tassel, and now I've written some jokes that would never make it on the silent screen. Matter of fact, they might be better on the silent screen. So here we go.
Let's
Are you
find out.
ready?
Everyone turn down your volume.
Everyone turn, mute me. Don't mute yourself, mute me. Here we go. Joke number one. Republican senators are saying that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was trying to capitalize on the Texas freeze disaster by raising $4 million for relief and going to the state and working tireless to help needy people. And I agree. She is almost as bad as that pretentious showboat that did that big speech on some mound after feeding 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. What a press hog Jesus was. Okay, so press hog. Oh, heavens. Okay. By the way, Hasbro, I wrote this joke 4 minutes before the show. It's going to be as funny as all the others. Here we go. Hasbro is dropping the Mr. from the classic Mr. Potato Head. Have you all heard that?
No.
No, Henry.
Oh, really?
It'd be
That
gender
has been the big
non-specific
news.
now.
What are they changing it to?
I'll tell you. It's just going to be called Potato Head. So it's just not going to be called Potato Head.
Oh,
And in response, good, I was tired of always his creepy eyes all over me, said Mrs. Potato Head. No kidding. Ew, said Barbie. Okay. Okay, now this story died really fast, but it cracked me up. Trump's lawyers, you remember, after the impeachment trial, began stealing drink coasters from the Senate and putting them in their pockets. Did you see this? No, people have not seen anything. And people started attacking them online. And I don't want to be the one to stick up for them, but I'd have taken coasters and pens and letterhead. I mean, it's not like somebody told them to attack the Capitol and beat people and take a laptop. So, and of course, with Trump's record of paying lawyers and contractors, that's all they're going to get. Okay, next. Let's move. Let's be funnier. Here we go. By the way, Trump, now you've seen this. Trump has lost his final appeal. And the Trump-appointed Supreme Court, which also seems to want to forget the last 4 years, voted to give his tax returns to the state of New York District Attorney. We've seen that, right? That's right. So Trump is accused of dozens of crimes against his businesses. The package includes decades of documents and 300,000 empty Diet Coke cans. Not too bad. That was pretty fun. By the way, now that Trump's taxes have been turned over, here are some of the surprises the New York District Attorney found in Trump's taxes. These are the surprises in his taxes. The first surprise in Trump's taxes, 6 years of tax returns are just copies of those brothel cards you get on the streets of Las Vegas. Okay. Only Ellen enjoyed that joke. The second, and hopefully funnier, surprise in Trump's taxes, he still writes off Eric's subscription to Highlights magazine.
Okay.
There we go. That was good. Now, the third one is an obvious one. The surprise in Trump's taxes. He pays Ivanka $600,000 a year just to be sexy. So that's nice. And the fourth and final new surprise in Trump's taxes, he writes off $50,000 a year in medical for bone spur cream.
Ooh.
Okay. Patty's not a fan of the show this week. I don't know why he's looking down at it. By the way, this is sad news, and I wasn't gonna do a joke on it, but then, most of my jokes are sad anyway. So here we go. Yeah. A father-to-be in New York died while putting together a device that would reveal the gender of his new baby. I know, this is very sad. He made some sort of pipe bomb for this upcoming party they were going to have. And we need to go into the gender reveal party business, said a spokesman for ISIS.
That was wrong, but funny.
That was wrong. Yes, it was wrong. It was terrible. I know it was me. So, by the way, Jeep, did you see Jeep now? I'm not buying a Jeep. Jeep has graciously given the biggest musical star in the world, Bruce Springsteen, a second chance. Isn't that nice? After the boss's DWI was dismissed, and it came out that he was drinking in a restricted area but not operating a vehicle, they're going to now kindly begin airing the Super Bowl commercial so that the boss can, like the rest of us, continue not to give a crap about what Jeep thinks. Now, and in other, I wouldn't buy a Jeep anytime soon news, the head of the Cherokee Nation, Chuck Hoskins Jr., have you seen this, has asked Jeep to stop naming their SUVs after Native American tribes.
I heard that.
A spokesman for Jeep responded, "Look, Bruce Springsteen's drunk." Okay. I like that one too. And there was a funny moment. Did you follow this? There was a funny moment in Bruce Springsteen's judicial hearing for his DWI when the judge asked the boss how much time he would need to pay the $500 fine for what he did, which was drink in a recreational area. Bruce said he was unsure because he was tapped out till his Jeep royalties started again. That's a long time to spend on that silly topic. Oh, hey, here's a fun one. Sarah Palin's less bright clone, Lauren Boebert. She complained on the House floor that passing an equity bill would have men peeping at girls creepily as they changed in locker rooms, when we all know it's much more wholesome to have Boebert's husband waving his penis at them. So,
wow.
I'm not the one that was flashing kids. He was. Okay, great.
You're like,
Okay, wow. Okay, I'm not going to skip the next one though. Here we go. Oh, by the way, and bigot Barbie, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you've had to have seen this today, put up a sign that said there are only two genders, male and female, outside her office to attack her colleague who has a transgender daughter, which is odd since Greene looks like Gene Hackman did in drag in the movie Birdcage. That was Al's favorite joke of the day. By the way, the sign said, "Trust the science." And by science, she means the Bible. And by trust, she means don't look at science in any way. I would feel like this is a low week. Do you? Oh, by the way, because I do want to say this, because if she did look at the science, she would see that there are many variations of gender, lots of chromosome combinations that aren't just boy and girl, right? Alice, you're a scientist.
Yeah.
Ellen, you know this. And that more than 1% of babies are born with different configurations of genitalia, correct? And that's just the beginning of the fluidity of gender that science says, correct? These concepts are not just black and white. Of course, to Green, they're just white.
Wow.
What? Is this the what? Is this? I've done much worse.
Those are right.
Too soon. Yes. We're just finding out now. She's a horrible racist bigot. Yes, we're just finding that out today. Okay. By the way, this is. I saw this in only one place, so I don't know if you saw it. Republicans are now saying that Joe Biden used Obama's weather machine to cause the Texas freeze. Did anyone? This is totally true. Now, you remember that they blamed Obama for using the machine to create hurricanes and tornadoes years ago? You look at Patti, did you never hear any of this? You look confused.
It's a usual state of being for me. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
She has resting confused
so there's
face.
no words. So this is true that they think there's a weather machine that Obama had, and now Biden has used it to create the freeze in Texas. There's no word or if the Jews are involved in the building of the machine, as the GOP members of Congress are busy hating the gays right now. Okay. See, I thought that was funny.
We didn't build it.
Okay,
We helped
and one
finance
more
it.
joke, because
There you
man,
go.
this is unwell.
Good one, sir.
Yeah, hopefully a good one. We'd like to have one, wouldn't we? So here we go. Tiger Woods, y'all. This one you have to know. Tiger Woods was in a rollover crash and was injured. And reports are that it is where he crashed is a very dangerous curve in California, and it's considered a par 6.
Oh. Too soon.
A spokesman, well, it gets worse. A spokesman for Tiger said that he has always had trouble on a dog leg.
Oh, man.
That was even worse. That's true.
Oh, man. By the way, Tiger is said to have no memory of the crash and was not aware of how badly he was injured. This is the second time, by the way, he has had memory loss. The first time is when he told his ex-wife, "I don't know why my pants are at her house."
Classic.
Classic. And I didn't say anything about a driver.
No. No, you left
That
out.
was the classic
I'm
part of the
proud.
joke. Okay, well, we've got a great show that starts right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go to a man. I'm going to replace the spotlight with Steve Goody. Steve Goody, how are you?
Hi, everybody. Press down. Hi, everybody. Let's hear it for Brad Tassel. Wasn't that fantastic? Man. And I don't know. Oh, I should have combed my hair. I don't know if you heard me say, Brad, regarding the Jews and the building of the machine. We didn't build it. We did finance it. Anyway,
Okay, good.
here we go. It's time for another top 10 list. If you're new to the show, and I like to think we all are because we forget everything we did last week and start fresh this week.
That's right.
We do a top 10 list every week. That's one of my responsibilities, to take us back to the old days of the David Letterman Late Show and the Ed Sullivan Theater with a big audience and a top 10 list to entertain us. We're doing it now because Colbert and Fallon are in their garages in their underwear. So tonight's category, as if torn from the headlines directly, tonight's category, top 10 alternate vaccines that are available now.
All right.
Many of us want vaccines, but we're not quite old enough or infirmed enough to qualify for one yet. So if you're hoping for one now and you're not able to get on any of those lists, here's some alternate vaccines that are available now. Number 10, Jenny McCarthy's super awesome needle-free blonde injection. These are the alternate vaccines. These are alternate vaccines. I want to make sure it's very clear. These are alternate, not recommended, just alternate. Number 9, Ted Cruz's Vamoose excuse screw loose juice. Yeah, buddy. You can get it by the quart, I believe. These are the alternate vaccines. Number 8, put up a meme showing how COVID said something racist in 1978. Pandemic canceled.
Good.
It's an alternate. Number 7, make sure it goes viral. Number 8. All right, never mind. Sorry. This next one is difficult. I'll do my best. Number 6, Pfizer's difficult to spell family fixer-upper package. Get the whole gang protected and get a case of 300 frequent flyer prophylactics.
Ah!
You can wipe off your mic after that.
You might want to wipe off your screen.
Your mic.
Number 5. Number 6 is also available from Johnson and 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 Johnson. And Johnson. These are our alternate vaccines available now. Number 4, Flintstones chewable gummy brontosaurus hydroxychloroquine thingies from Eric and Don Jr.
Hey. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Number 3, Mars rover ticket the hell out of here. There's no COVID in space. Number 2, yet. And the number 1 alternate vaccine available now. Uncle Don's contracts in breach, bloat on the beach, jello and bleach shots.
Yeah. Woo. Really good.
That was good. Those were great.
Thanks,
Everybody look
everybody.
at Steve, because that was a good one.
Yay.
That was
That
really good.
was great.
Thank you. Always the note of surprise. Thank you, Brad.
I would have added to the gummy bear one. To the gummy bear one, I would have added now with extra cocaine.
Nice. Oh, I thought of that.
Because that was very interesting. So, yeah, that was good. I hate it when Steve does better than me.
You hated everything.
Hey, listen, Captain Sweater with red tie with pajama top. You're doing great.
I know. You know what? I see. I know you just throw on the red shirt every week. I'm trying to mix it up every week.
Hey,
And
last week I was wearing a hockey shirt.
He was.
that's true. You were. Next week I'll wear a hockey mask. It'll work out.
And I'll bring a chainsaw.
Okay.
It's going to be fantastic.
Okay. I think we're wasting time at this time.
totally
And we
are.
can't waste time because we have literally one of the greatest guests we've ever had. People were clamoring from his last clamoring to have him back. And now, rock and roll. It's Rob, everybody. Steve, say Rob's last name.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Wait, Steve, say Rob's last name. I still can't pronounce it right.
Paravonian.
Oh, yeah.
Paravonian. Rob Paravonian, everybody. Let's hear it.
What's up, everybody? Hello, greetings from Brooklyn, New York. That might be my steam heat in the background that you're hearing. I wasn't sure which song to do tonight, but then just yesterday, it was actually 52 degrees here in New York, so it felt like summer. And I saw something. I wrote a song about summer in the city, and I got to start it early this year because I swear I saw a guy at the corner store that the type of person that inspired this song. So I just want to, I'd always wanted to write a very like cityfied, like summer song, like Summer in the City, the Love and Spoonful song, you know? So this is my contribution to that Mike Rose genre anyway. Something that's always annoyed me in city life, both in Chicago when I lived there and since I've been here in New York. Grown men in flip-flops, I've never understood. Walking city streets with open feet cannot be good. The streets are filled with rat poop, dog pee, and all types of grime. Your feet will be encased in filth in just 3 minutes' time. Grown men in flip-flops, why is this what they choose? We're riding on the R train, we're not on a frickin' cruise. Your feet are not that pretty, why must we all see them here? And could you at least have trimmed your toenails once this year? The exception to my flip-flop prohibition are these 3. When you're at the pool or at the beach or in the state of Hawaii. Flip-flops are allowed in the entire state of Hawaii, even at formal events. That's just culture, man. Grown men in flip-flops, each year my anger grows. This city's gross enough without me seeing your damn toes. So if they keep it up, I might start mugging them for fun. 'Cause grown men in flip-flops can't run. They can't run. No, 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 they can't. If they start chasing you, then just run to an area with a lot of broken glass and they'll give up. Or just hop up a curb, they'll trip. Or just keep running until the little thing pops out of the bottom of the flip-flop and they have to stop and put it back together. Then you can mug them again and you can take their flip-flops. That'll show them. Grown men in flip-flops.
Come on, wow.
Thank you very much.
Paravonian, I love, man. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Paravonian and Paravonian are accepted pronunciations of the name.
How do you say
So,
it?
Rob, that was literally fantastic. I do want to say this though before we leave you. You are one hell of a good-looking man. You are
Thank
cool
you.
as hell. I'm gonna look at the one. He is cool as hell. Isn't he like
Man.
smooth? The
Brad
glasses,
used to say this
even
stuff
the-
about me, Rob. Don't get used to it.
No, I've never said this about Steve. Steve and I are trolls compared to you, Rob. And I'm telling you, and the earphones and everything, the guitar, the look, the blue, green behind you.
I've got earphones everywhere. I have to put them on to impress you.
This is just to drown out all the ambulances on my block. So
Steve, you need a face phone. But I'm just saying that you're just the smooth a phone over his face was the joke.
I don't
But it
get
didn't
it.
go. So, but Rob, they go to robrocks.com. How do they find all that?
yeah, Rob P Rocks.
RobProcks.com,
or
and they
Rob
can
Proc,
get
if you just-
and you can get pictures of Rob without his shirt on,
Wait,
wearing exactly
That's not my
that.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, so he's got an OnlyFans page, kids.
Don't
So,
worry about Brad, Rob. He's off his medication. It's fine.
I'd like to stop. I'd like to stop and ask, does anyone know what an OnlyFans page is?
Yes.
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Al knows what an OG. So Al, that's only a little creepy. But
It's only because
yeah,
female wrestlers have a lot of those.
oh, that's really cool. I hope they're making the money on the OnlyFans, because usually it's not so nice. So great. So by the way, I mentioned that because we don't have an OnlyFans page. What we have is virtualcomedyshow.com. And when you go there and you click donate to the comedians for the show, this week when you do that, we're giving every cent to Rob.
Nice. That's going to be some serious flip-flop money.
And there he is. And Rob also, now Rob's drinking. Not only that, now he's got that cool, you probably can't see him out there. He's now got a scotch and he's smoking a Marlboro Light. He looks great. It's like he's on Carson in 78.
I'll be at the Copa all weekend.
All right, I love it. Get the veal. Get the veal. And then, you know what? We've got all attractive people on this show because now another beautiful guest. And this guest has now promised when she goes back on the road to take me with her to open. Right, Patti?
Absolutely.
All right. It's Patti
Yes.
Vasquez with
Hi,
a
everybody.
Patti Melt.
Hi. First of all, I cannot comment on how handsome Rob is because back in the 90s, I used to get in trouble from an ex-boyfriend just talking to Rob. So, aces.
We go back.
Oh, wow. Is that true? Stop. Is that true?
Rob, you don't have to say a word? Absolutely true.
See, this is gonna horribly confuse Brad. He doesn't know who to flirt with now.
I don't know.
Your turn, Patty.
Rob
No,
got
I'm
lucky, actually.
picturing
There was
Rob
another.
and Patty. I'm picturing Rob and Patty doing stuff now.
We were just talking.
No, we were just comedy peers since the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah, but Rob's a verb, Patty's a noun,
Not in my
Brad's
head,
a noun.
Yeah, it's also
Okay.
a verb, actually. Anyway, so here.
Kids.
I
All
say
right,
that
Patty
on
Melt,
work,
everybody.
and
Calm
poor Rob.
down. Go ahead.
Poor Rob. By the way, I want to thank you, Brad, for catching me up because I have not watched a single second of news since Monday. I knew nothing about the world except for drinking drabs on social media, which is really kind of the only way we should know about stuff instead of the big fire hydrant that is CNN and everything else. But I do want to thank you for. I did not know about Cherokee asking for a cease and desist from Jeep. And I think that it's because, look, they get to ask that because everyone knows about Cherokees. What about the Native American nations that people don't know about, like my mom's nation, which is the Tapalam Quaulitacan? And I think that would be a great name for a car. Tapilam Quality of the sedan. I think that works out really well. So I have to say that this week's Patty Melt is not politically inspired. I've taken a break from some of that crazy, at least the national crazy, and I've decided to focus on my own crazy, as evidenced by my referring to a boyfriend from the 90s. So this is going well. I am actually spending the week at a friend's house. This is my husband's idea. He said, why don't you take some time, get away and do some writing? And now that I've been alone by myself for a few days, I think that it was actually so that I could get away from him, so that he didn't have to be around me anymore. I know, at first I thought it was the sweetest thing, but I'm wondering if it's something else. Which is fine. I haven't traveled at all in a year. Before 2020, I traveled constantly. So my absence was, even before I started dating my husband, I was traveling. So my absence was built and baked into our relationship. So you can't blame him for wanting to take a break. I mean, we've gotten closer in the last year, but we have also run out of things to talk about. So here I am, myself in Michigan. So essentially he told me to take a hike, and I'm fine with that. It's good. It's cool. No, I'm actually staying at a friend's house in Michigan. This is her summer home. It is okay. This is how wealthy my friend is. And I'm not saying that, I didn't know she was rich until about 4 years ago. We've known each other for a decade, and I had no idea. We used to hang out, have a great time. She's funny and smart, and I love being around her. And then 4 years ago, she messaged me. She goes, "Hey, I saw online that you have a show coming up. Can I take you? I want to go on a road trip." And I was like, "Sure." She rolls up in a Porsche. And she had just bought with cash, without haggling, that kind of Porsche.
Oh
yeah, no, I had no idea. This house she built she designed the whole thing. It's nice. It's a pretty can you see how nice it's here. Let me tell you right now. Like, I tried turning on that ceiling fan, the fireplace turned down. I don't even know. How is that a thing? The fireplace is this way. I didn't know that fireplaces had remote controls. I don't understand what's happening. It is, and here's the thing. I know that she worked for it. She and I used to really talk about our childhood. She grew up very poor. I grew up very poor. She talked about how her parents, struggled with rent, how they were on food stamps. My parents were always arguing about bills. I had to share. Look, you win when you tell somebody. I had to share a bunk bed with my dad. That's how small our apartment. Yeah, our apartment was not shoebox small. It was, we had to wear our apartment small. But that's a tale for another time. It is a wonderful palatial home. And the problem with being alone here is that my mind starts playing tricks on me. And I'm starting to wonder if she's so rich that maybe I'm part of some sort of social experiment. Like, she has cameras everywhere just watching. Like, maybe she's somewhere laughing at me for turning on the fireplace. Like, I don't know if that's something she engineered.
You don't know who did it.
Here's how bad it is. I looked out on the front porch today, and there was a cat outside, and I was about to put milk out for it, but I thought, what if that's part of the experiment? Like, she'll get like a voice will come out, "Don't feed the animals. Are you luring rodents to my front porch?" And then I thought, what if it's a robotic surveillance cat? What I'm saying is that maybe I shouldn't be alone this much, and my husband's teaching me a lesson.
Patty, everybody!
Yeah.
Patty!
So now, though, we're going to let you get back because, that is, and you're in Michigan, because that is a beautiful place. Is it on the lake?
It's amazing.
Not too far from the lake. Yeah, it's got 3.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've started writing a song about it. Patty's got friends with remote fireplaces. That's his song.
So how long are you there?
I'm here just till Sunday, but I'll tell you, when she picked me up in the Porsche, I had to repack, because if anyone's ever seen it, there's no trunk in a Porsche. I was like that's how rich they are. They're like, I'll buy stuff when I get there. They don't care.
You got to get your junk out of her trunk.
Yeah, I mean, rich people buy white furniture because they don't care if they spill something on it. They'll just buy another one. What is this?
Well, that's what I thought was funny when you came on. I was like, is Patti upstairs in her own house for the first time and she's been hiding this?
Nope. This is in Michigan.
Next thing you're going to tell us is your mom's not in the house.
I know. It's the first time I haven't had to do a show like this.
Patti, I'm doing the wash. All right, let's hear it again. Patti, come on, everybody. Patti Vasquez, that was beautiful and wonderful. And you know what? I totally get when you talk about being brought up poor and stuff like that. My second nanny never made me as good a food as the first. So I get it. Get it. So, all right. Hey, speaking now, we've had beautiful Rob and lovely Patti, and now, and in your beautiful digs. And now, when we talk about riches, sexuality, and stunning looks,
I already did my
here
bit.
He is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Al Ernst, everybody. Come on, everybody. Al Ernst.
Hey, well, obviously you stole my first line because my new branding, as we come out of the pandemic, and you look at me as awkwardly sexy. That's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking this is going to work. All branding will be awkwardly sexy. And I had a whole set list laid out, and I realized that none of you do anything you're planned to do at the beginning. So I need to pull my set, and I just had a couple of add-ons to each one of you, but just for the parts that I thought needed help in the show, and that would be Brad and Steve's. The Trump tax write-off, you missed one. He had the Columbia Record Club collection that he write-off. Also, it wasn't Highlights magazine for Eric. It was Don Jr.'s My Weekly Reader. And then the last one is a true part of the story that I had the pleasure of doing, and he totally wrote off the Carnival Cruise Line's Apprentice cruise.
Whoa.
Before they went to the Celebrity Apprentice, they had a themed cruise on the Miracle, which was the Apprentice cruise. And this was all of these, been 4 seasons of The Apprentice that were supposed to, and their quote unquote fans. They sent me all that on DVD and said they wanted for me to go up and do some specific Apprentice jokes. I pretty much figured the whole Trump thing out when I went up there and lightheartedly mocked one of the guys who got fired, and I got booed. Pretty much, through the entire show. It was just a train wreck. And I thought this joke was great. They were doing business seminars from these apprentice people. And I'm like, why do you want to go to their seminar? They were fired.
Valid question.
Right? Yeah. So the true story, the next morning, I meet a guy in the coffee shop area who's got the black leather jacket and the slacks, and the whole thing looks completely non-cruise. And, he kind of gave me the whole, tough crowd last night routine. And I'm like, well, I've been doing this for 15 years. I'm used to it, and I said, you don't look, I said, what do you do? He says, I'm an agent out of LA. And I said, really? Why are you out here? He says, I manage people on their post-show appearances. These are the actual contestants that are on these different shows. And he's a manager and an agent for once you get fired from The Apprentice, apparently you get signed up to endorse screwdrivers or something. And this is the guy who does it. And of course, with my very little bit of show business, I laugh. I just kind of snicker, and he goes, "No, don't laugh." He says, "You know what? The girl who got let go on season 2 of it wasn't Star Search. I'm sorry, I'm going to the next. What was the first big American Idol? He goes, she is now the lead singer for Cole Brothers Circus." and I got her that gig. And I went, you are, wow. I said, you are kidding. Cole Brothers Circus. And I said, listen, I really have had a dream to run the Tilt-A-Whirl. And I'm just hoping that maybe you could get me that gig, you know. I mean, you know, the comedy thing's not working too well, and I've always wanted to tour the world and be able to run that Tilt-A-Whirl. Well, needless to say, he then wrote a letter to Bob Dickinson from Carnival Cruise Lines, who was the CEO at the time, complaining about my attitude. And I got a call from the office, and they put Bob on the line along with our other guy, Chris Perdeau. And they said, I'm going to read this letter. He read the letter. He goes, Al, did you do that? And I went, you know, I'm told, yes, sir, I did. He says, on behalf of Carnival Cruise Lines, I want to say, don't do it again. But that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. and I said, thank you. He says, don't do that to him again. But did you really say that? Did you really want to work? I said, yeah, I sure did. That was great, Al. We'll see you next time. Okay. All right. I'm totally running out of time. I'm just off of stories. But that's my one for Brad. For Steve, look what I found. You wanted old time comedy. This is what happens when you really get bored.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes. And I got that at the pandemic garage sale. We did. Our neighborhood had a socially distanced garage sale where everybody put one table out. and you had to wear a mask, and you had to walk from house to house. So that's for you, Steve, because I admire your historical references. I only brought my mask for one reason, and that is getting to what my original set was, which I'm almost out of time. This is absolutely a true story. The Canadian health minister has issued an edict that says if you are to be romantic, have relations, whether you're married or not, that while you are having relations, you should wear a mask and not kiss. True story. And I said, I didn't know that wasn't always the rule. Because for as long as I've been married, I've been told, yeah, okay, but you have to wear a mask and we can't kiss. And okay, you know, that works. You know, I didn't know that there was a big ruling on that one. So just thought I'd pass that along, and thought I'd pass along another quick one that happened to me at my very first show back live. A lady about my age, in her 50s, came up to me at the end of the show, and we didn't shake hands. She says, "Do you recognize me?" And I'm like, "No, you're wearing a mask." You know, I'm wearing a mask. And, you know, she goes, "Well, I'm Janet," and then I'm beginning to think, Janet. I'm going, you know, I'm still drawing a blank. I can only see her eyes. It's some kind of, you know, what's going on. I'm thinking court hearings, restraining orders, anything. And she goes, no, Blue Ridge Leader School for the YMCA, 1975. And then I realized that this lady is my first real kiss without a mask from 1970. I was 12 years old.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Is that not the sweetest thing you've ever heard? But then she goes on to say, let me introduce you to my wife, Cheryl. And so obviously, yes, that one kiss. And she made it clear. She said, Al, once I kissed you, that was pretty much it for the guy side. I was going to the other team. So, now I understand why I have to wear a mask from now on. So, once again, truth as it is. with that and my time, I wish you the best as I go on. You wonder what is this? We have gone back to in-person church in our Lutheran church, socially distant, in-person mask-wearing church. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is communion.
Wow.
That is our communion right
We
there.
use those in my church.
Yep, you give it to yourself. You have the wafer on the top. The wine is in the creamer section in the bottom, and these are available at the gift shop as Jesus's body, 5 for $1. And,
if AOC was here, we'd have enough for everybody.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, we would.
Flowers.
So anyway, I did have a dozen, but with the wine, I drank pretty much everything there. So that's why I went totally off script tonight. But I hope I've not gone way over. Enjoyed the time. It's so good to be back. Nor did I know I'd do one of your shows, but this pandemic would last long enough that I would do 2 of your shows. So
I know, it's fantastic. Al Ernst,
Yes.
come on, everybody.
Yeah.
Al Ernst has had so many of those communion wines. He's saved for 5 years. He's good. He's absolved for the next decade.
You can finally dunk the wafer. That's awesome.
yeah,
Oops, I went to the wrong place.
Yep,
I'm back.
Sorry, I'm not there. I'm here.
Hey, well,
Wow.
Hey, everybody, that was Al. He's always amazing. One of the funny, by the way, Al, you got in trouble for doing that on Carnival. I got a call one time by the vice president, one of the vice presidents, who said that I was dumping alcohol. It was offensive that I was dumping alcohol all over the crowd and rubbing my crotch on people. And
Wow.
I said, they didn't want that?
Couldn't be doing my act, Brad.
Yeah, no, well, I used to close with a bit with the ukulele. You can see it on YouTube if you go to YouTube and look up Rockin' Ukulele. And I would go in the crowd and I would set up before the show a bottle of water and talk to the people all around and say, look, I'm going to come out here and dump this over my face and you're going to get wet. And they always loved it. And then I never thrust my crotch at people. They said I rubbed, and I would just play the ukulele and it would be rocking and stuff like that. And I would dump the water. And I said, well, I asked all the people if it was okay to do this, what I did. And they said, oh no, these people were in the balcony. The people who complained were they mad they weren't involved? I don't understand. So I didn't get fired though. So
Never invite your family to these things.
never invite your grandma.
Yeah, we both know, don't bring your family on your cruise run. Yeah.
Yeah. Or your new boyfriend or girlfriend if you're a dancer, because you're going to break up when that cruise is over.
That's true, because you're married to somebody on another ship, so you do break up. Yeah.
Yeah, luckily Al and I were both married before we started cruising, so we didn't have to go through any of those things like so many comics and people have done. So, hey, I'm standing in front of the Doodah Deals logo. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com. We're sponsored by Doodah Deals. They have all wholesale merchandise, overstock stuff, great deals. If you go to our website and click the link, click this, and go there, you get even a larger percentage off. Also, do that. Also, go to Spotify, go to any place you get music. All of us are there. Everyone you see on these shows, you can see our stuff. I just showed today that we had 800 views of our Halloween stuff to Steve today over Christmas, just on Facebook for one day. So if you go there, and our Christmas album is still trending a little bit on Spotify. So go out and get those things. It truly helps us, especially in this time. Okay? Great. Anybody else have anything to say? Patty's got stuff. Joe's got everybody's. Rob. I don't know who Joe is because we don't have a Joe this week. Anyway, but hey, now, hopefully that static will go away. There, it's gone. But now, speaking of somebody who's got something new, a man, last time he was here, we didn't know this, the #1 comedy album in the world It's Jeff Shaw, everybody. Come on.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, my album went to #1 on iTunes and Amazon. It stayed there briefly before dropping faster than Chris Rock's mic. It's great to be here. I wanted to dress up. I wanted to look a little bit more like Brad this week because then you guys could. The best thing about looking like Brad and I are cousins is when we worked on Carnival together, I was able to walk around rubbing my crotch on people and he get blamed. It's great to see my buddy Al Ernst. Not only did I enjoy your set, but I just went on Doodah Deals and ordered myself a big old jester chair. And I want to go to church with you, Al, because it'd be so cool when we're all going to communion that I go to communion with Snickers flavored coffee creamer. Tonight I'm doing a dry bar comedy special, my second one. Al's doing his first one. And so I'm going to run some of the material I might have done on this show before, but it's probably like upgraded and changed a little bit. But first I want to start with something new. I went to Office Max the other day to buy a new mileage log book for my car. And you know, I put a lot of mileage in my car driving to all these virtual gigs. And they sent me a survey, and their survey was, how likely are you, based on this purchase, to recommend Office Max to your friends or colleagues for their office supply needs? And I put down 0, very unlikely. Because if my friends can't figure out where to get office supplies, they're too stupid to be trusted with a stapler. Who is going to recommend Office Max or Office Depot to their colleagues? You'll get slapped. I need some office supplies. Any ideas? Oh, I don't know. How about you go to Office Max or Office Depot? You know, those 2 stores that you drive past every single day on your way to and from work. And now that I've helped you, do you think you can tell me where I might find some international pancakes? Is there a house where I can find them? I'd like to get a smiley face pancake and fill out a 90-page email survey when I'm done eating. And I'm in a good mood. The reason why I'm looking spiffy is I'm feeling spiffy. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm 55 years old. I got carded the other day. Yeah, of course it was at a vaccination station, but I'll take it. They say 55 is a great age. I sure hope so, because that's how old I'm going to be for the next 10 years. 55 is a great age because you don't have to worry about how you look anymore. At 55, you don't have to dress to impress. Instead, people are just impressed you're dressed. When you're a 25-year-old guy, people are like, hey, those shoes don't match that belt, or hey, that tie is too light for that shirt. But when you're a 55-year-old guy, people are like, good, your body's covered. That'll do. Let's get some wings. At 55, I can shop at Ross Dress for Less and feel good about myself. So good about myself that I can't wait to put on the outfit and I'll wear it to the virtual comedy show. I got it at Ross because if I got it at JCPenney, the tie wouldn't be giving me all these problems right now. Yeah, when you buy a tie at Ross, it's magnetized. But I love Ross Dress for Less. Less friends, less romance, less sex.
Oh boy.
Less laughs than you expected for that punchline. Every time I shop at Ross and the kid says, "Did you find everything okay?" I say, "Yes, I found this shirt in the pants section, these pants in the shoe section, and this tie in housewares." Right where you left it last night before closing. Why do they even bother asking if you found everything okay? Does the kid at the register at Ross look like they can help you if you didn't find everything? No. One of these days, I'm going to say no just to see what they do about it. Did you find everything okay? No, I did not. Sucks to be you, bro. You're not going to get a TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or Ross sales associate to help you because their attitude is, "Hey, you're getting a 3-piece suit for $7. Why do I need to get involved?" I think one of the worst jobs is being a secret shopper at Ross or Marshalls because they'll know you're not a real shopper. The first time you say, "Do you have this in a medium?" they'll go, "Are you a cop?"
Oh.
And the thing is, shopping at those stores has ruined it for me to go to real stores because now when I go to a real store and I am presented with selection and service, it blows my mind. I can't handle it. "Hi, welcome to Old Navy. Can I help you find something?" "Yes, I'm looking for a new pair of blue jeans, please." "No problem. Would you like regular fit, relaxed fit, slim fit, skinny fit, flare bottom, cowboy cut, boot cut? Would you like stone wash, acid wash, dress, dark denim, black denim, button fly?" You stop talking before I punch you. "Oh, no problem. Would that be a left hook, a right hook?" It's great being 55 because I don't have to look good. I just have to look good for 55, and being single with no kids took care of that. I went to my 20-year high school reunion and saw a 38-year-old classmate of mine with 6 kids. I mistook him for his father. I said, "Hi, Mr. Jackson. How's Craig?" He goes, "I am Craig, you idiot." I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Craig. I got confused seeing you with your mother." He goes, "This is my wife, you idiot."
I know that.
How's that Brady Bunch thing working out for you? And they say that it's harder to stay in shape when you're 50. I find it a lot easier to be fit at 55 because I changed my fitness goals.
All right.
Yeah, when I was 25, I went to the gym to be buff and ripped. Now I go to the gym to feel less guilty about eating pie.
Yeah.
As soon as my Fitbit says 500 calories, it's goodbye walking track and hello Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
My 25-year-old me wanted to be buff. 55-year-old me wants to be regular.
Oh my God.
25-year-old me was like, "I just benched 300 at the gym with no spotter." 25-year-old me is like, "I went number 2 today without a spotter." And the locker room talk you hear in the men's locker room, different between young men and middle-aged men. Young men in their 20s and early 30s are like, "Hey, bro, do you take whey protein or wheat protein, bro?" "I take whey protein, bro, because it's way better, bro. That's why they call it whey protein, bro." But middle-aged men are like, "How do you get your fiber, from powder or chewables?" Are you kidding? I'm 60. I stick firecrackers up my butt. When I was at 55, when I was 25, I was so into bodybuilding that I wouldn't let anybody spot me because I thought it was a sign of weakness. "Hey, bro, you want a spot?" "No, dude, if I can't lift 250 by myself, I deserve to die of a crushed trachea." But now at 55, I'll walk right up to the biggest steroid munchers in the gym and go, would you mind taking these weights off the bar for me so I don't strain my forearms? And these guys aren't thinking, wow, this dude is weak. They're thinking, wow, this lady is safety conscious. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, Jeff Shaw. We heard it first. I'm going to sell it so we can't use it in dry bar. I'm going to put it out first and call it not as dry bar. It's going to be great.
But
by the way,
I would be honored if you send me the clip so I can put this in my virtual show portfolio.
Yeah, that's $75.95.
No
So
problem.
hey,
35 if I go through Doodad deals.
That's right, go through Doodad deals. Hey, I had an idea though. If you think about it, when you said to think about when you're 25, you dress this way to impress, and when you're 55, you said if you cover your body, that's good enough. Would it be shorter and quicker if you said when you're 55, you're good if your zipper's up? You know, if people notice that you're yeah, I don't know. Do it or don't do
After
it.
a year of the pandemic, I don't think anybody will know what a zipper is.
That's true. That's true. Barn doors are a thing of the past. So that was Jeff Shaw, everybody. He's going to get a tape of his own tape.
I just want the last part when you're correcting my joke. That's the only part.
That's it. Correct your joke. I just gave you an idea. What? We can't do this anymore? We can't do this?
It's going to get a big laugh. It's going to get a big laugh. I know it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I forget it now. You can't have it.
Jeff, do it Brad's way and quit rubbing your crotch on the front row.
That's right. No, well, actually, Steve, let me tell you, I said rubbing your crotch because that's not. She said that I thrusted my crotch into her mouth repeatedly.
Wow. No, you didn't.
That was the actual term.
No, you didn't.
You're right.
In
I
the
did
balcony?
not. I did not do that. I in no way.
There was nothing
no way
repeated about it.
You did that in the balcony?
No, yes, I went all the way to the balcony to do that. Actually,
well,
I did ground floor to the balcony.
How do you think he rang the doorbell?
I've really done that.
I want to check with Janet about all of this.
Janet,
yeah, Steve.
Well, but she remembers me getting in trouble. But luckily, I was so in luck because the cruise director was literally standing on the stage watching me during the show. So we didn't have to go to any other corroboration that I didn't do anything at all like that at all. And then as soon as they said all that, they asked for an upgrade to a suite. That was what they wanted. So, yep, I know.
Well,
so,
they didn't have the steakhouses back then.
They didn't have, no, this was 2006, maybe 2007. So, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Goody is holding a garage. He's holding a guitar. He has not been to Ross. Does not have a bad tie.
But I do have a Valentine song that we didn't get to on the Valentine show, so I'm going to do it now.
Oh, yeah. You were saying you were going to do it.
Goes out to a very special lady who doesn't know I'm doing this right now. I think she's tuned in on Facebook.
Your mom?
No, that would be a whole different kind of Valentine song. Thank you, Captain Oedipus. No.
And all the Greek scholars can laugh.
She and I met on a little thing called Tinder.
Ooh.
The song for, oh, this song requires reverb, so I can be like Rob. Love me on Tinder, love me sweet. I don't have all night. Or within 100 feet. So swipe me to the right, like you don't know.
I don't.
Love me on Tinder, swipe me through. Say my dream is real. You have a smoking profile pic, and darling, I'd like to cop a feel. Bathroom selfie, 3 a.m. Boy, I sure look fine. Thank you very much. You'd never know. I'm 3'10", and that my hair ain't mine. Love me on Tinder, love me fast. I love this effing app. I brought 2 more after you. Hope no one's got the measles. Love me on Tinder. Hey, you'll do. You're sure. I'd like to know. Why not? We'll be done in just a few. I don't actually love you. So, well, bless my soul, you look so good, and you're right here in my neighborhood. You like my smile, and I like your butt. It ain't love. Well, let's hook up. Yeah, let's hook up. Well, this one's a honey, this one's a hoe. It's 3 in the morning, let's go. I ain't nothing but a horn dog. All the time. I ain't ever had a woman except the skanks I find online. Thank you very much.
Steve Goody and the horny song, everybody. Well, and you know what? I gotta tell you, Steve. No, most of us have no idea what Tinder is. Anybody?
Oh, we all.
I mean, Patti, are you on Tinder? I don't know. We don't know what
you don't have to be on it to know of it. Sure. Come on.
I know what it is, but what swipe right is what does that mean?
Yeah. Swipe right is what you do when you see a nifty-looking guy thrusting his crotch with the red tie and the pajama top.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, really?
So if you want somebody, you swipe right.
And you dismiss
From
them.
what I understand, yes.
Yes.
Oh, and Patti knows. Well, that's good. Patti.
Just ask Patti.
You've been gone from home 4 days and you're on the Tinder. That's not good.
How do you think she got into the fancy house?
You know,
that's right.
Oh.
Right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the virtual comedy show, the 30-minute virtual comedy show is now 1 hour and 7 minutes.
I'm gonna make it look like a success.
But I'm having fun, so it doesn't matter.
It just flew by.
It just flew by. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been fabulous. Do everything I said before. Follow all of these people. You'll see in the Thursday song how to get a hold of us. Go to Doodah Deals and actually buy stuff through virtualcomedyshow.com. We will be back next week. Sheila Kay is going to give it another try.
Yay!
Yay!
Take the condom off the iPad.
And then I'll ask maybe Carla. Maybe Carla will join us next week too. And of course, Jeff is out of town, but Patti will be here. Thank you so much. Here's the Thursday song. Then bye-bye Facebook, and we'll see everybody on the other side. All right, go.
Have a very merry Thursday. It's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursday.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the reverie. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with Milkbone, Spam, and Pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry Thursday.